Conan the Barbarian. Interesting story. Created back in the early 1930s. What we're looking at here is a bronze dagger. This is a very rare bronze dagger. It was made by the late Jody Samson. Jody Samson was the sword maker who made the swords for the 1982 movie Conan the Barbarian. A very well known sword maker, and sadly he passed away in 2008, so there'll be no more swords or daggers made by this very talented individual. And this is a bronze dagger. It's called the Conan the Barbarian Claw dagger. The original series, only less than 100 were made in the original series, and I think there was a secondary series made a little later. Only 2 issues were ever made of this dagger. But Conan the Barbarian the story itself was created by Robert Howard. The first appearance of Conan the Barbarian was in the pulp fiction magazine Weird Tales in the December 1932 issue. This was the first time that Conan the Barbarian was ever put in print for the public. And Robert Howard was raised in Texas. He had a typical Irish personality, and he was always rooting for the underdog. And he, like I said, raised in Texas. His early years were spent wandering between the Texas boomtowns. In the early 1900s, oil boomtowns were popping up all over Texas. And his experience firsthand in these rough and tumble towns, he experienced gunfights, lynchings, feuds. At an early age, he saw all this violent, aggressive behavior that can pop up in boomtowns, where lots of wandering vagabonds go to. And this rough and tough outlook of life is distinctly Texan. The Texans will have a big role in the future because they are for the underdog in this fight between the taxpayers and the big state government that needs more and more money. I believe Texas will have a big role in this fight because Texas is a unique place. And they're, like I say, they're for the underdog, and they don't appreciate when big state puts their big boot on your head asking for more and more money when nobody has any money. So, Robert Howard, a great story. Yes, Robert Howard was a very interesting American success story. He did die young of suicide, but a very talented writer. And this bronze dagger here by Jody Samson, you can see it at the European Tribes of North America website. Yes, it will be available on the website there, European Tribes of North America, if anybody's interested in the bronze dagger.